Hello everyone, my name is Wheeler Renteria Zúñiga and I'm from UTV, Tecnológica de Bolívar University in Cartagena, Colombia. And together with my teammates, Sui Yuran from USM and Tai Jiabao from USM as well, we are going to present our paper called A Study on Mental Health Among Students from Universiti Sains Malaysia, USM, during the COVID-19 pandemic. Going ahead with our abstract, the COVID-19 pandemic has transformed the way students learn. The objective of this study is to examine the relationship between of academic performance, time management, teaching method, pressure, frustration, and mental health among USM students during the COVID-19 pandemic. In this paper, we had a total of 104 questionnaires responded by the USM students. As a result, we discovered that anxiety was the primary mental health concern among students during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. From these students, we also found out that female students were uh, greatly much more affected for from this mental health concern. Going ahead with our abstract, we can say that the COVID pandemic has posed a threat to the country's economy and social institutions. The pandemic began in, we all know the pandemic began in China in December 2019. The government of each country, including Malaysia, had been forcing the movement control order to prevent the virus from spreading. Due to the global epidemic, online learning has become the trend. As a result of this predicament, university students' studies has begun to conduct it online. Okay, our main objective of this study is to investigate the mental health issues among USM students. Um, the impact on student psychology, well-being, and anxiety are being uh, examined. Now, going to our literature review, we found out this is our five of our hypotheses. The first one is academic performance. We I found out that academic performance has significant relationship with mental health issues. Uh, Going ahead with the second hypothesis, time management has also have significant relationship with mental health issues. Teaching method has a significant relationship with mental health issues as well. Also, pressure has a significant relationship with mental health issues. And finally, frustration also have a significant relationship with mental health issues. Now we go ahead with our next statement. Thank you.
The questionnaire in the present study was adopted from the previous studies. The questionnaire were emailed to the students who study at USM. The questionnaire using Google Forms were sent to the respondents' WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and email. After getting the respondent data, we used the SPAS software to analyze the data. A total of 104 sets of the questionnaire were sent to the students who study at USM. The survey was conducted in the form of the questionnaire, which was sent via an internet link to students of different majors and ages to fill out. It's not mandatory. Is voluntary. The questionnaires began with the questions about their personal information, such as age and gender, followed by questions about their mental health. We conducted a questionnaire survey of 104 USM students. The questions were divided into 6 parts to understand the impact of the pandemic on students' mental health, respectively. Mental health, frustrations, pressure, academic performance, time management, and the teaching method. In the present study, the questions measured mental health among USM students. These questionnaires were measured using a 5-point Likert scale, where 5 refers to the strongly agree and 1 refers to the strongly disagree. There were 1 dependent variables and 5 independent variables we measured in this study. The dependent variables is mental health, and the independent variables are academic performance, time management, and the teaching method, pressure, and frustration. In our survey, of the 104 respondents, 74 were female, accounting for 71.2%, and 30 were male, accounting for 28.8%. Academic year information is as follows: 43 students of Year 1 and 42 students of Year 2, 13 students of Year 3, and 6 students of Year 4. And our primary survey respondents are first and second year USM students.
Then I will talk about measurement model. The guidelines apply in the present study as suggested by previous scholar to investigate the instrument's validity and reliability, and followed the structural model to run a test on the hypothesis developed. In the measurement model, we evaluate the loading average variance extracted and the composite reliability. The loading's value should be greater than or equal to 0.5. The AVE should be greater than or equal to 0.5. And the CR should be greater than or equal to 0.7. The table shows that the AVEs were greater than 0.5 and the CRs were greater than 0.7. The loading were greater than 0.5. Then next part, structural model. In this section, the analysis of the table shows us that academic performance was positively related to mental health, thus H1 was support. Time management was related to mental health, therefore H2 was supposed. The following measure pressure was related to mental health, thus H4 was support as well. However, H3 and H5 were not supposed. Teaching methods was not significantly related to mental health, same as frustration was not significantly related to mental health. Then discussion. The results showed that H3, which is the teaching method, was not significantly related to mental health. This is because teaching method is more related to the academic performance of the students. Teaching method of the lecture during the pandemic is effective towards the academic performance of students, and students also feel comfortable on the teaching method. Therefore, teaching method not caused mental health issues. In addition, H5, which is that frustration was not significantly related to mental health. The p-values of the frustration is higher than 0.05. Therefore, this variable is not related to mental health. Then, conclusion. COVID-19 has had an impact on university students in all areas. Faced with the full impact the epidemic on their lives, students lack the psychological qualities and methods to effectively deal with the depression and difficulties. Therefore, in the context of epidemic prevention and control, it is very important to pay attention to and maintain the mental health of college students. That's all. Thank you.